Purpose comes down to three things psychologically. The first and most important is relationships. Relationships, I would estimate, is about half of what gives people purpose. When we have strong connections with our colleagues, customers, whoever it is that interaction with other people gives us a strong sense of fulfillment and purpose in our work. And that's why, regardless of the sector, regardless of the cause, et cetera, if you have strong relationships, you're generally in pretty good shape. And if you don't, even if you're working on the most amazing work, you're likely to report at the end of the day that the day wasn't fulfilling. The second is doing something greater than yourself, making an impact. But it doesn't have to be saving the world. I mean, that's awesome, and I hope you all do. But actually, what matters more are the little things every day that you do to make something, to make a difference for somebody else. It makes a big impact on your sense of purpose when you just open the door for somebody, help someone do something a little bit more easily, make someone smile. That gives someone a sense of psychological purpose. And the third is personal growth and challenge. We gain a sense of purpose when we're stretched, when we have to really think about for ourselves, who we are, what we're capable of. This is another incredible source of purpose. What we found is for people to really be fulfilled, they can't just be strong in one of these. They really need a balance of strong relationships, regular daily impact, and regular daily growth and being stretched. This is what creates a sense of purpose. And when we talk about the purpose economy, it's about these three things. Whether it's in work or in our sort of life outside of work or as consumers, we're looking for jobs, we're looking for products, we're looking for services that make it easier for us to have great relationships, to do something greater than ourselves, and to grow. I'd love to just pause for 1 second, just ask you guys to reflect here, because this is really the thing where you really can take ownership over purpose in your life, and to really think about your current work. And the exercise I really encourage people to do, and I'll ask you guys to do this right now if you're able, just on a piece of paper or an email to yourself, is to think about each of these areas. So the first one is relationships, right? And if you think about the relationships in your work right now, sort of how fulfilled are you by them? Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, I feel like I work alone, I may as well be working in a closet, I'm completely isolated. To 10, if I need another person, I'm gonna just keel over. Like, I'm just so overrun with amazing relationships. To score yourself there, so just put down number 1 to 10. Second one is doing something greater than yourself. So to what degree do you feel like you actually make an impact and your work matters to other people? 1 being, if I died today, no one would really care. My work doesn't make any difference. To 10, I can't imagine making a greater impact in my work for other people. Sort of where do you put your current state of work between 1 and 10? And then finally, in terms of growth, again, 1 to 10, to what degree do you feel like you're growing? To what degree do you feel like you are a bigger person when you leave work than when you came into work in the morning? 1 being, I feel like I'm actually atrophying and losing parts of myself. To 10, like, watch out, I can't imagine if I grow anymore, I'm gonna pop. I'm just growing and stretched to my utter limits, sort of where you are. So if you look at those numbers, so again, for relationships, impact, and growth, 1 to 10, if you scored an 8, 9, or 10, this means that this is generally an area that's really strong for you, but instead of just saying, hey, that's great, encourage you to practice really gratitude, finding ways to reinvest and make sure it doesn't go away. If you scored a 6 or 7, it means this could become an area that's really going to be a source of problems for you if you don't address it. And you need to start making small changes to your job and how you approach your job to be able to get your scores up over time. This could mean, for example, if you have an issue with relationships, instead of using email so much, actually pick up a phone or go meet with someone in person or go out of your way to connect with new people. And if you scored a 1 to 5 and you're consistently scoring a 1 to 5, if you did this once a week for a couple of months, it probably means you need a major shift. You may need to find a new job, a new team. There's something significantly off that you need to take responsibility for. And I want to stress that last part, you take responsibility for. This isn't about blaming your employer. It's not about being a victim. It's not about anyone spoon-feeding you fulfillment. You need to take ownership of having 8s, 9s, and 10s in all 3 of these areas at all times.